Hey everybody, how you doing today? My name's Eric. As always, I want to thank you for coming by and checking out my video today. On this episode of Smoking, I'm going to show you how to make smoked sous vide beef tri-tip. Now I'm really excited because I haven't cooked a tri-tip in a long time, and it's been one of my favorite cuts of meat when I was living in California. It was readily available everywhere you went. Out here in Wisconsin, I have found it one time before, and I found it again today. I guess it was actually sent to our local butcher, J&E Meats, by mistake. They sent him the wrong box. He ended up keeping it, but he was able to pass the savings along to him because I guess they gave him a discount because they sent him the wrong stuff. So I'm looking forward to this. And if you can get a hold of tri-tip or you've never tried it, I would highly recommend it. It's a delicious piece of meat. And so what I like to do is I like to smoke it first for a couple hours to get it a little bit of smoky flavor. Then I vacuum seal it in some bags. I sous vide cook it. You know, you can cook it anywhere between 2 to 6 hours. Makes it nice and tender. You're never going to overcook it that way. And then at the end, I'm just going to finish it off with a sear, and it's going to be, man, absolutely delicious. I'm so looking forward to this. And I'm just using a basic Chicago steak seasoning. You can even just use salt, ground black pepper, and maybe a little garlic powder. You don't really need to heavily season this because it's such a delicious piece of meat. Anyway, guys, stick around. I'm going to show you how to do this step by step. Let's get cooking. Alright guys, so the first thing you want to do is trim up your tri-tip. Usually when you buy them, or when I did in California, they would come trimmed. These were untrimmed, so there was a pretty big fat cap, which I trimmed off pretty nicely here. I've seen some people cook these like briskets, and if you were cooking it like a brisket to like 200 degrees, then a fat cap wouldn't hurt to keep it on. I'm using the Weber steak seasoning. We really like this stuff, and all I'm going to do right now, guys, you know how this is just I'm going to season it very well, and then I'm going to leave it sitting here on my counter while I go outside and fire up my pellet smoker. So yeah, and don't be afraid of over seasoning it. This is a pretty big piece of meat here. So I will continue to do this, guys, and I will meet you outside when we get these on the pellet smoker. Alright guys, here they are seasoned. I'm just going to leave them right here. Let them kind of soak in that seasoning. Let's go outside, fire up the pellet smoker. Alright guys, since all I want to do to this tri-tip is get some smoke on it, I'm going to leave it in the lowest setting here on my Monument Grills pellet grill is the smoke setting. That usually keeps the temperature usually between 170 and 175 degrees. I don't really want to cook this per se. I just want to get some smoke on it. And the lower the temperature I can do that, the longer it's going to have to absorb some smoke. Alright guys, so here are both tri-tips on the grill. Now, I'm going to sous vide cook this to 135, so I don't even want to get these up even close to 135. I want to pull them at the most 120, 125, because there might be a few degrees of carryover, and I don't want to exceed that 135 temperature, otherwise it kind of doesn't make any sense to sous vide cook to begin with. So this one's a little bit smaller than this one, so I'm going to put the probe, one probe in here, kind of right in the center, just so I can keep an eye on it. Now hopefully I can keep it in here for at least an hour and a half at this low temperature, but we'll see. If I have to take it off in an hour, maybe I can even squeeze an hour 45, 2 hours if I'm lucky. So that's all there is to it, guys. Like I said, the only purpose here is for us to put a little bit of smoke on this. So whatever smoker you're using, try to keep that temperature down as low as possible with a nice steady stream of smoke. All right, guys, we are right at the hour mark. The pellet smoker's at 169 degrees, and my probe and the one tri-tip, just went to 170, is saying it's 81. So I haven't been out here. Let's take a quick look and see how things are looking. Alright. Yeah, I could definitely tell they've gotten a little bit of smoke. Let's do a couple little independent temperature readings here just to see where we're at. I don't have a probe in this one. Okay, see, we're fine. 92 degrees. Let's go back a little bit here. 85. So yeah, we're fine. Like I said, we just want to pull this no later than like 120, 125 degrees. So yeah, this is coming along fine. This is just what I want. Just a nice amount of smoke. We'll just continue to let this go. Hopefully I can squeeze another half hour, 45 minutes out of this before we throw it in the sous vide bath. Alright guys, we'll be back. Alright guys, we are right at the 2-hour mark. It says the smoker is 163 and the internal temperature of the one probe or one tri-tip is 107. So I think we're probably at that point now where I can pull these off. But let's check them out here. I don't want to overcook them. Ooh, look at these. You can definitely tell they've gotten some smoke. Oh, let me crank this up a little bit so you guys can see. Look at that. I mean, you can tell here how dark it is. Alright. So let's see where we're at. Let's just take a couple independent readings. Okay, 108. It's kind of going this way. 114, almost 115. See, this is at the part I think I'm just going to pull them because they look like they got enough smoke. 114. And 109, this one over here is not getting as much direct heat. So these are fine, guys. Like I said, the only thing I was really concerned about was to get some smoke on them. And you could tell by the coloring here that we definitely got some smoke. I'm going to shut this down. I'll bring them inside. I'm going to vacuum seal them. And then we'll throw them in the sous vide bath, all right? Go inside, get a tray. Meet you guys inside. All right, here they are. Vacuum sealed. I could definitely tell they got some smoke. I smell a lot of smoke. That seasoning still nicely applied on both sides. Just waiting for my sous vide bath to heat up to 135 degrees, guys. Be back in a second. All right, I have my sous vide bath heated up to 135 degrees. Here are these two wonderful looking tri-tips. Let's put this longer one in the bottom here. And you know how this works, guys. Want to make sure it's fully submerged underneath the water line. There we go. Let's see, can this one fit sideways in there? I think I'm going to try to put this one sideways back here a little bit. What I'm going to do here is just so there's a little bit of water flow between the two bags so one's not sitting on top of the other one. I'm just going to clip the bag here so that way I got around 1.5 inch gap between the two tri-tips. So there we go, guys. I'm going to do, you can do this now anywhere between 2 to 6 hours. It's opening Sunday for football today, so I might let these go a little on the long side because the game's not coming on for a few more hours and I don't want to be cooking, especially if it's a good game. We're watching the Bears and the Packers, the opening game, so yeah, I might let these go all the way 5 or 6 hours depending. So there we go. Now I can go enjoy the rest of my afternoon. I'll meet you guys downstairs with my kids for a nice cold beverage while we wait for these to cook. See you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, time for a beverage. I am having Leinenkugel's Juicy Peach. It says refreshing and tart and natural peach flavor. 4.4% alcohol. That's what I'm having. This is my daughter Ava Grace and my son Kyle.
Hi.
Ava Grace is going to be enjoying Langer's Pineapple Juice Cocktail. So that's what Ava Grace is.
Cocktail drink.
Juice cocktail.
Juice cocktail.
And by the way, I like your shirt, Ava Grace.
Thank you. I have a Smo'King shirt,
Yeah.
just like when you saw in the moving video, and Dad was looking at my closet. It's like, what's that shirt?
Yeah. And Kyle is having a new cola since 1934, Spiffy, a swell cola drink. Reminds me of Fallout with that, what was it, Nuke Cola? Nuka. But this is Spiffy. So that's what Kyle's having.
And everyone, as you can see on this TV, we have the game on. So,
not the game I really want to watch, which is Chicago and Green Bay. This is Minnesota and Tampa Bay. 4 minutes left.
So, I don't know if the Bears or Green Bay Packers is going to win, but I do know who wins in this house. Smoking barbecue.
There you go, Ava Grace.
Speaking of Fallout, I know that Jones does, they make a Nuka Quantum.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah, which I'm like, oh, that'd be cool to try sometime.
Huh.
I'm a big fan of the Fallout franchise.
Yeah, I like Fallout games too. Okay.
Wait, you play Fallout?
Oh, I did way back when. I haven't in a while, but I should. All right.
Kyle only played those.
I've had this before.
No, he's played them.
Another light and refreshing beer from Kugels. Good for a hot summer day.
Mom's played them too.
I'm excited that it's the first day or opening Sunday of football. We're going to have some fires down here by the bar. We're going to watch the games. I have a bigger TV behind me here. We're going to really enjoy it. Okay. As always, guys, I appreciate you stopping by and watching the video. Thank you so much. Cheers, guys.
There's my yellow cocktail.
Cheers to our viewers.
Yellow pineapple.
All right, guys, let's give it a sip. Tell them what we think. This is good and refreshing. It's not too sweet. It's a little bit of tartness, which I like. I don't like overly sweet beers. With that being said, I couldn't necessarily sit and drink 2 or 3 of these. Maybe one, maybe 2, and I'd be done. Just because that peach flavor is kind of strong. But if you're outside, it's a hot day, you know, you're on the beach, you're on the lake, this would be a good thing to drink so you don't get bogged down. All right. What do you think, Ava Grace?
So I really taste pineapple in this, like I said, and it's like there's a bunch of little, you know, like in a pineapple, there's like the juice in the middle, and that's like where I really taste the pineapple, because I think it was made from real pineapples, because this tastes like real pineapples.
All right. Would you have that again?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah, I definitely have.
And all right, Cola.
Cola.
All right, Kyle, with your spiffy cola. How's it taste?
This reminds me of, I can't remember, I think it was Sam's Club, but was that the one you get the Diet Coke from?
Yeah, Sam's Club.
We went to, I think it was like Ruby's Pantry or whatever, where they're giving out like food that the stores don't end up selling and stuff. You pay X amount and then they give you whatever. Mm-hmm. And we got a 6-pack or an 8-pack or something of the non-diet, like Sam's Club cola, and this tastes pretty similar to that.
So is it better or worse than like Coca-Cola or Pepsi?
I would say it's sweeter, obviously, than most of the Coke that like you guys drink, but it's not, I would say, as sweet as a Coke or a Pepsi. It's probably in that middle ground.
Okay, well there you go. Would you have it again? Mm-hmm. All right, guys.
I've got an empty cup.
As always. So I got those tri-tips there. They've been in the bath for around an hour. The game's coming on, I think, in around 40 minutes. And yeah, I'm going to enjoy at least the first half before I even consider taking out those tri-tips. I might even wait till the game's over.
And I'm watching the game too.
Yes,
I want the Packers to win.
No, the Bears.
The Packers. We're in Wisconsin. That's the thing.
All right, guys. Thanks again for stopping by. Cheers again with an empty cup. Cheers.
With an empty cup. Just as if
Thanks for joining us. We'll be back shortly. All right, guys, welcome back. It's been 6 hours. I went a little longer than I initially planned, but that's the great thing about sous vide. If you get distracted, don't worry about it. Just let it ride another hour or 2. I mean, depending on what you're cooking, is it going to make a big difference? So, let's take these out. Now, if you're familiar with my channel, you know what happens next. We cut these out of the bags. We dry them off really well with some paper towels. That way they're ready to take a nice sear. Now you can sear these any number of ways. Cast iron skillet, you can broil them in the oven, you can throw them on a hot barbecue grill, a charcoal grill. I'm going to use my grill gun because that's quick and fast. I got it ready to go outside. So let me cut these out, we'll dry them off. We'll be back in a second, guys. Alright, I've taken them out of the bags, put them on some paper towels. We're going to dry them off real good, which is the secret to getting a good sear. And like I mentioned, you can sear this however you want. We just want to put some intense heat just to kind of brown out the outside of this, get it crispy, get it looking more appetizing, although it does look pretty good just the way it is, in my opinion. But anyway, I got my grill gun, guys. I'll meet you outside. We're going to sear this around 45 seconds, a minute on each side with an intense flame. And then we'll come in, slice this up, and give it a sample. Be back in a second. Alright guys, the last step is to sear these tri-tips. I got the grill gun here. Hopefully it's not too dark out here. I'll leave a link below. I did a video review of this. This thing is awesome. Just look at this. This is like a flamethrower. That's what I kind of call it. Get that flame going, and then we're just going to sear these steaks. Watch this. Perfect. Around 60 seconds on each side, get a nice sear. We are ready to go. Man, I love this grill gun. Okay guys, I'll meet you inside. Here we are. I'm going to slice into one. You want to slice against the grain. And normally with tri-tip, the grain kind of goes in a couple different directions. So I think right here, the grain's kind of going across like this, straight down. So I'm going to use my new Japanese knife. The Nakano knife. I'll leave a video link below. That I love this knife, but I've never cut meat with it. Let's check it out right now. Ooh, look at this, guys. I'm cutting thin slices here. And it slices through this like a butter. Alright, let's take a look here. Alright guys, look at this. Man, oh man. Alright. Let me continue to slice this. I'll get the family out here. We'll give this a sample in just a second. Welcome back. I'm here with my family. My daughter Ava Grace and my wife Monica.
Hi.
I got some sliced up here. Okay, let's give this a taste. We cut some small pieces for Ava Grace.
I don't even, like, I want to eat it, but I don't want it to be
Here, Monica, try this.
like
Okay, I'll do this.
But I guess I just have to, like, right now.
That's tender. And it's delicious.
That's the thing with cooking with sous vide, that technique. And look, this thing went just over 6 hours.
Wow.
Look how wonderfully cooked that is. All the way through the meat at that perfect
I can't even understand the
135
concept.
degrees. Man, delicious.
I don't get it. How does it come out perfect like that? I
Because
mean,
you're cooking it to an exact temperature.
it's so good. It blows my mind. I would go to a supper club here in Wisconsin and pay top dollar for that.
No.
I mean, that is so good.
How do you like the seasoning?
And the seasoning, you know, I like.
Have you tried it, Ava Grace? How's it taste?
Yeah.
She's able to eat bigger pieces now, so
You
she's
tried
gonna
other
tell
pieces?
us. I will. I just want to see what I want them to see what she thinks. Is that a winner? Okay. That's from a girl that can struggle sometimes with some textures, so that's good.
All right.
Which is good.
What do you think?
Very good.
I can't even remember last time I struggled with eating something. Because I've been doing so
She's
good
getting
eating
so
foods.
much better.
I'm eating burgers now.
Burgers.
And hot dogs.
Yeah,
you
she's
are.
really doing much
And
better.
I'm chewing on chips too. And like all those stuff.
Oh, we call it nibbles.
As
Nibbles,
always,
yeah.
guys, if you're looking for a good way to cook meat and you're not going to stress over if you're overcooking it, do it sous vide. By the way, I was going to ask you, can you taste the smoke flavor on the meat?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Can you, Ava Grace?
It's not and it's not overpowering. It's just very subtle, which I like.
And look, you don't have to smoke it. You can just sous vide cook it, but I think smoking it first adds that extra little layer of flavor,
Yeah.
which really makes a difference.
But I like the seasoning you used.
Oh yeah, that's just
That's my
Chicago
favorite.
steak seasoning.
That's my favorite.
One of our favorites.
Yeah.
As always, guys, I appreciate you stopping by and watching my video. If you like the video, please hit the like button.
Yes.
This logo on my shirt, it's the logo on the bottom of the screen there. Click on that. It allows you to subscribe to my channel.
Smo'King.
He's the Smoke King.
That's right. Please do that. It helps my channel grow. And yeah, I'll leave a link above and below to my website, ericsmokingbbq.com, where I have all my video recipes with photos, the written recipes, the whole bit. So go check it out, please. And as always, guys, I appreciate you stopping by. Grab another piece, Monica. Come
Okay.
on, one more. Cheers.
Cheers.
It's so tender when you cook it sous vide. It just like melts in your mouth.
It does.
Perfect medium rare. What do you think, Ava Grace?
What do you think, Ava Grace?
What do you think?
She's in heaven. But you know what? You gotta savor it because it'll go fast if we just chow down.
We are
every
gonna
bite,
chow down, 'cause
every
I'm hungry.
bite, we're gonna. Well, I made side dishes,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
every bite, we're gonna have to just kind of
This
pace
probably
ourselves.
makes you guys hungry too.
I could just eat this so fast right now.
Just looking at the food on the screen.
And Dixie's down here
That's
saying
right.
the same. Yeah.
As always, guys, thanks again for stopping by. We'll see you
Yes.
next time.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
What are you doing? Are you in heaven again?
Stop.